Hey, awesomes. How's everything going? How we doing? I know we're in the middle of week 8. I sent out some feedback for you, a student feedback kind of survey, if you will. I've been looking over that as well since yesterday. I really appreciate it. I've really got some awesome feedback. I'm already gonna kind of like put a few of those into action, as many as I possibly can today. I also appreciate everyone taking the time to do that. It's greatly appreciated. I know it's Thursday in the middle of week 8. I did send out a message and I talked about told you I had week 8, week 8 overview for you. So it's obviously still there, kind of goes into a little detail specifically, kind of what we're looking at this week. Obviously, we're really thinking of making that transition from the oral briefing assignment. And now with that feedback, we can now begin to think about where are the gaps that we might have. And then we're going to even try to get even more detailed, and this time, obviously, in writing, more specifically, how we're going to tackle this project, right? We're leading up to project 5, A and B being the kind of the big ones. So, excuse me. So I think that making that transition, what the project 3 needs, assessment, project plan kind of memo-y thing does, forces us to now think about it in the narrowest of terms. A lot of times we start off with a project like this, we start thinking about kind of in broad terms. We're going to study X, and we even think we've kind of narrowed it down just a little bit. Now we're going to even think about, okay, do we need to go more narrow? Are we okay where we're at? I think in every single one of the project oral briefings, excuse me, as far as the feedback that I provided, pretty much every single team has, I gave like some questions maybe, or some probing questions that you might think about how to consider that. So when you're looking at those this week, and when you're perhaps discussing them as a team, I would encourage you then to take that feedback and then send it back to me if you want, okay? Let's have a conversation. My feedback, anytime I leave feedback, is not the end-all be-all, right? So you can take the feedback and say, okay, we're looking at this one thing that you said. You asked us about this thing. You said maybe we should think about this area. Here's what we're thinking. What do you think? We can have a conversation back and forth. You don't feel like when you get my feedback that it's a one and done, okay, scenario. It's in a lot of ways, I hope my feedback sparks conversation. More questions, hopefully more questions for me, like, why did you say that? That's okay, right? Why are you saying that? We feel like it's pretty narrow, or what did you mean by this and such? Those are more than welcome questions. That type of feedback that sparks a conversation, I'm more interested in that, okay? So please feel free as a team, or if whoever the designated person is on your team, if that's a team leader, please feel free, send me an email with everyone CC'd on it, of course, please. And then I will be happy to provide more information. So along the lines of feedback, one of the comments that I did receive is if I can do perhaps more detailed feedback, and maybe, there are some challenges since we're completely online. I'm not sitting in front of you like we're talking right now, having a conversation. It is in writing. So I'm going to try something new. So thank you for that. Whoever wrote that, thank you. I think that really sparked me to think about that a lot. So in response to that, I think I'll start, especially on the needs assessment memo, and I'll figure out some way to do it when we do presentations. But kind of like I'm recording right now, is I will have your paper up kind of like where this is, right? So your needs assessment memo. And then I will be down here in the corner, and I'll go through, I'll do my feedback, make my comments, do those kind of things. And then what I'll do is on top of that is I will send it back to you in the form of a video like this. We're going to give that a shot, see if that helps in any way. And I'm kind of looking for it too, because I think it's going to be something new that I get a chance to explore. And hey, if it helps the student, I'm all for it. So thank you for that. Okay, I'm running out of time on this one. I do want to continue. I'm not going to talk about week 8 specifically. I'm going to talk about the needs assessment memo, and then I do also want to talk about a couple of potential changes too. So not changes, but improvements. Talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Bye.